Oh, hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Shout out to my uncle who made that killer intro. Thank you. And you can see there is a gap in my teeth. That expander is taking full swing now. But a bit of a different video today. We're doing a horse racing tipping tutorial, and it's based on how to tell when a horse is ready first up. This is how I do it. This is when I tip a horse first up. It needs to have one of these 5 things. So it needs to be professional, so let's get straight on with it. I've also just learned how to do a picture-in-picture shot, so you can definitely see me how I'm on the screen. But the first of 5 is the 1st-up record. Now, this 1st-up record that we're seeing right now is by a horse of the name of Sansom, and it won its 1st-up run at Moonee Valley a couple of weeks ago on a Friday night. And one way I could tell it was ready was its 1st-up record, definitely. And that's why I tipped it, and that's why I won. 1st-up record is key when searching for a horse first up they want to tip. If it's 6 starts for no wins, no placings, then you know it's not going to run up to its standards, and it will take a lot of time to get fit. The second one is market support. Now, you can see on the screen here, it just says number 3 at $3.30. That is a horse by the name of Headspace. Now, Headspace won at the Gold Coast last year, and it got backed in from $7 to $3.30, and it was 1st up. And it won accordingly. This was a great win by Headspace, and the market reflected that, definitely. The market plays a major guide on if a horse is ready to go 1st up. So keep that in mind when searching for a 1st-up horse. The third one is the mounting yard looks. Now, this is what Headspace looked like. You can't see it very well, but that's what it looked like. Shiny coat. He just needs to get a boost from Jane Ivel, Lizzie Jelfs in the mounting yard just to say, look, it's ready. It can do something 1st up. And that's usually when the market takes its toll. Number 4 is the form before the spell. So this form is a horse by the name of Song Brocade that ran today, which was Tuesday the 24th at Kyneton. Now, this was its form before it went for a spell. It ran in Group 2 Wakeful, Group 2 Ethereal. I think it nearly ran in the Oaks. But it didn't. And it came back 1st up in a benchmark 58. Now, and its 1st-up record was 4 starts for 1 win, and it only had won 2 in its career out of 24. So, you're thinking, yes, this horse is about $21 for a benchmark 58 when it's been running Group 2 races, and was only beaten 4 lengths by Vegas' Jewel in a Group 2 race. This could be going good. But then, when you actually think about it, the Ethereal and the Wakeful, they're both 2,000 metre races. It's contesting a 1,200 metre race, which means if they go like really fast up front, that Song Brocade will just be at the back struggling and will never catch up. So always make sure it's a suitable distance for your horse. Otherwise, you know, it could be run off its legs, like Bray Street Boss in this video that we're watching right now, which is being run off its legs in a 955 metre contest. That's because it's better suited up in distance. So always keep that in mind. And number 5 is the recent jump outs. Now, this little form is a horse called Married to the Mob. Now, you can see in the middle it had 2 trials, and the second one was better than the first one. And it depends. You can tell how fit they are by how many jump outs or trials they've had. So if they've had 3 jump outs leading into the 1st-up run, that means they're fit and they're ready to go. If they've had 2, pretty fit. If they've had 1, maybe may need the run. If they had 0, then that's obviously a query. So maybe the jump outs leading in, how many jump outs may indicate how fit it is. And this horse, Married to the Mob, ran 2nd 1st up, beaten by a very smart horse called Del Toro. So, yeah, that's Married to the Mob.